Hello and welcome back to KNF Design. If you're new here, my name is Katie and I try to bring a wide variety of different craft projects to you. If you ever have a craft project you would like me to show you how to make or just want to see me try to make it, let me know down below and I'll try my best to bring that to you. If you like today's craft project, make sure to hit those thumbs up. It really does mean a lot to me and it helps bring my crafting videos to more crafters like you. Don't forget to also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That way you don't miss out on any of our crafting fun. So with that, let's get crafting. So today we're going to test out two different types of foil. So last week we tried the Cricut foil tool versus the foil quill. So look down below if you are interested in that. Today I'm going to be trying the foiling with a laminator technique. Typically, you will want to use a foil like this one that is a toner foil. This is the foil Quill foil and it is a heat foil, heat activated foil. So it should not work quite as well as this one, but if this one's what you have on hand, I want to see how well it does. So we will first need a laminator. You will also need a laser printer, not your typical inkjet printer, but a laser printer because it's activated with that heat. And then we need our cardstock. I'm going to also test out different cardstock to see if that has an effect with these as well. So we're going to start out with a nice clean white by my favorite brand here, Recollections. It's smooth, it should laminate foil very nicely. And then we're going to try this blue, this light blue color and see how well it laminates. It's a thinner paper. It's not quite as smooth as this, there's just a little texture to it. So we'll see how both of those papers do in this experiment. And then we also just need some copy paper. We'll be putting our pieces in between that as we feed it through our laminator. I'm not using any special laminator, just an old one, and it's over in the corner heating up for us. That is all the supplies we will need. So I'm going to head over to Cricut Design Space. You don't need to use Cricut Design Space. You could just print it, your design with your printer and then run it through your laminator. I just am using it to cut it since I don't cut straight. I just wanted it nice, even cut lines. That's the only reason why I'm using Cricut Design Space to do that. But so essentially just print out your design, get out your cardstock nice and cut. We will be layering these pieces a little bit too. So I'm gonna go print and cut all of that and we'll be right back. Okay, so I have everything cut and printed. So these flowers were printed on my laser printer, as well as the words happy birthday on this light blue. I did use the print and cut feature on my Cricut. Again, that's not necessary. I just wanted it to cut it for me instead of me cutting it out myself. And it does do the print and cut on a light colored paper very nicely, so that's shown there. You can't do things like black because the registration lines, which are these lines that the Cricut uses to read where your pieces are black, so if you use black cardstock, it won't show. This one here, if you noticed, it caught just a little bit in this corner. It happens sometimes, so I just kind of trimmed the edges so a different little look. That shouldn't affect anything though. So that's how our cards will look. And then one will get laminated gold with the foil quill foil, which again, that's heat activated, so it's not as good. It might get not quite as much of the foil transfer as what I'm expecting. And then this is deco foil. You can also use minc, just any foil that is a toner foil. And we'll do the flowers and the happy birthday, this pretty dark blue color on that one. It's been about 20 minutes of this warming up, and it does have the green light. It's had the green light for a little while now, but I just wanted it to warm up extra. Here's the green light. Because this is just a regular laminator, so if you use something like a minc, it would be a lot hotter. So that's why if it's not a special brand, just kind of a regular laminator, you might want to let it run for a while to really make sure it's nice and hot. Also, that's why we're just using the copy paper instead of anything else to run this through. So it's thin, so that heat can really get to our pieces here. So I'm going to start off with our deco foil, one that should do the best for us. And we're just going to put that foil shiny side up, sandwiched between our two pieces of paper. And then we'll run it through. And it takes off the glitter, the foil. And it did a beautiful job of foiling. I don't see any imperfections. There is actually just the slightest little imperfection right here, almost like there was something in the way, because it's like a little line. But other than that, it transferred beautifully. I don't know if you can see that there. It's just a little weird blip, so maybe something in my foil or in the ink, I'm not quite sure, but other than that one little spot, it's beautiful and it's on there, it doesn't come off. And then we'll just attach it. So let's try our other one. Again, this is a heat activated foil, not a toner foil. So we'll see how this one goes. And once you've run it through, it's pretty much done. That's the only bad thing with these foils. They're one and done. As you can see here, it's not as clean. It leaves all this little extra bits and pieces. And this one did some weird lines in it. I mean, it's kind of cool that it has all this extra glitter pieces around it. But again, if you want nice, clean foiling, you need to use that heat toner foil, not the heat foil. They're both pretty, but it's just a little bit more messy, but it still did a nice job. This little spot here was me because the foil moved on me, but it does have these lines from the crease of the paper, so it made a line through it there and things like that. So just not 100% what we want. So that is why we do the toner foil. But it also removes it just like the toner one did. It's actually kind of pretty like that. So I guess you could cut this out and put that on a card, kind of the reverse. That's pretty as well. Here's a little more up close view. I actually was thinking, I kind of like this extra confetti just for this. This kind of could look like an antique look if you're going for that, maybe. But I think I might switch the happy birthdays just to kind of make it a little bit more pop out, stand out-ish. And I'm just going to use some double-sided tape to tape the white to the blue, and then some of the this tape to make the happy birthday stand out a little bit. Here's our cards all finished. You have to let me know down below which one you like better, and if you have tried any of the foiling with a laminator before. And if you're getting results not as crisp, maybe it's your foil. I do think that this technique was a lot easier than the Cricut foil tool or the foiling quill. And it's nice that you don't have to do the hatch fill technique to get those fill ends. But let me know down below if this is something you are going to try in the future. Again, you don't need an expensive laminator. Just a cheap one worked beautifully here with the correct foil. But this one's still kind of cool too, kind of that antique look to it. So a lot of fun to play around with, and I hope that you will now play around with some of this fun foiling techniques that I've been showing you. I hope you had fun, and I will see you next week. Bye for now. Happy crafting.